with that love that comes.
Was that answer a little long?
No, it wasn't at all. Hell no. And we're gonna let you talk as long as you're gonna talk. You know. And my thing is this: when it comes to a cat that we read where Jay-Z is doing very well in all aspects of business, it feels as though you don't have to step on the stage. You don't have to step into the booth. What gives you that love to still say, you know what, I still want to do music. I still want to get on that stage?
Yeah, just the passion for making music. I mean, you gotta just the whole process of it. Sitting in the studio and the song or whatever type of music you put together didn't exist that day. That's fascinating to me. You sit there with a track and then you sit there with your thoughts and then you formulate thoughts and you marry the two together and you put it out and the whole world has heard it, and some people relate to it, more than others. And then you go play a show, and the whole crowd is singing the song. This is something that came out of nowhere. Now, this whole process of it, that's really my passion.
Is Blueprint 3 the album? Is it done, or is there still room for one or two more, or are you finished with it?
Yeah, always 1 or 2 more, because I push it to the last date. Because on my album, typically. On a Black album, I made PSA while the album was going to mastering.
That's crazy.
So, and on Dynasty, I was shooting a song called Parking Lot Pimpin' on Monday, and it was Friday. I Give It To Me Saturday and changed the concept Sunday and shot the video Monday.
Wow.
So, at the end, typically I usually get a pretty good song.
Now, I want to ask you, Jay-Z, just about Death of Auto-Tune. When that first hit, that was like, it was one of those where it seemed like people hadn't waited. You didn't wait on a record or video or anything like that until it was something like a DOA. It was like one of those where we didn't know, but we knew that something was coming tomorrow. And it seemed like everybody kind of gravitated toward DOA at the same time. And when you listen to Death of Auto-Tune, you're like, man, is there anyone specific, or is it just too much in the game right now, and we didn't get a chance to ask you? So I'm asking you, is that at one person, or just the industry, or is it at multiple people?
Yeah, it was pretty much a challenge for the music business to move forward. Like, sometimes we tend to get stuck on gimmicks, and that's not good for the music business. I look at auto-tune, for the guys that do it well, that's great. I love it. I like the records. I like Heartless. I like, the records that the guys have made. But when 100 people, jump on the same thing, it's very difficult to tell who's who. And when one genre of music starts doing one thing, that's what happened to rock and roll. When rock and roll was doing that hair metal, that left room for rap to come in and dominate. And the same thing could happen with rap. So, I'm just pushing us to make different type of music, like the 10 guys or whoever, the 3 guys, the 4 guys, whoever does that type of thing really well, let them do that. Right. Let's figure out something else to do.
And it seems like now people that was holding on to like auto-tune tracks are afraid to bring them out now. Like, man, like I'm just gonna hold on to it. Did you feel like it was your place to say Death of Auto-Tune? Was that something that you held on, like, man, I don't know if I should say that because there's some cats I'm cool with? Did you hold on to it for a second?
I think in rap we should police each other. I believe that I say it in the song. This ain't politically correct. This might offend. I figured it was going to be offensive, but I figured it would spark conversation. At least the dialogue is enough. So some people can still hold on to it, and some people going to move on. And, I know it's going to take a while because those songs are already made. So you got to give out.
All right, now. Being that we have you here, man, Chris Brown, BET Awards, Chris Brown, The Blacklist. Chris Brown can't get on stage because Jay-Z doesn't want him on stage. How real is that? And I know we got a soundbite of you saying no, it wasn't, but how real was that?
That was absolutely ridiculous. That's not even my, form of approach. I wouldn't do that. Like, if I have a problem with somebody, I have a problem with them. I wouldn't go through BT or industry. That's corny. I wouldn't. That's crazy to me.
Because I know that they were saying that Chris Brown was slated to be on that award show, and then all of a sudden it seemed like he just got kind of pulled off stage, and fingers did point at Jay-Z, like if Chris Brown get on stage and I'm leaving, and then it goes further. Oh, I'm taking Beyonce with me too, like it was a trump card.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. That's crazy.
All right, and what about with Dame Dash with his response of saying, oh well, Jay-Z stops people from eating anyway?
Well, I mean, Dame ate pretty well with me. But by the way, I didn't hear him say that, so I'm just taking your word for it. But I mean, he ate pretty well. I mean, really well.
Hell yeah, best believe that. Hey man, the game is all over the world right now. In many, venues saying F Jay-Z, old brother, so on and so forth. Where did this game getting on Jay-Z, where did that generate from? And where does this go to from Jay-Z's standpoint?
I think he's been posturing for this type of thing, for a while. And I guess he just took the fact that I said I'm not talking about, which is not a diss at all, and just, figured, that was his opportunity. So, he's going on tour and he's promoting, I guess, buzz or marketing or however people feel that they need attention these days. So there's no real problem behind it. There's no real challenge behind it. Like with the Nas thing, that was a real thing simmering. It wasn't done for any marketing or anything like that. So, I typically let those type of things slide. But, I could wake up tomorrow and just really, go right in.
Because you are human. Now,
exactly.
Blueprint 3, man, is there anyone on the album that we got to look out for that Jay-Z could say, hey, this person is on here, and when that album drops, this is the reason why you need to go pick it up also, aside from you being on there, of course?
There's Rihanna, Kanye, and MGMT, and Drake.
No, name some real names, man. I mean, like, good Lord. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Then there's the engineer.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, man.
The light guy who ain't got the chips that day. I made the hook.
Yeah, give it to the real people that work hard in there.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, what do you think about all the buzz on Drake?
I think it's well-deserved. I think he put together an incredible mixtape that spawned, like, 2 smash records and, was successful and best I ever had. I think it's a breath of fresh air. I mean, I'm for progressiveness of rap or music in general. So, I'm happy for him.
Do you feel like in the position that Jay-Z is in, man, that you need to make a death of auto tunes, that there needs to be a co-sign on the cat like Drake just for the good of hip-hop? There's an Oscar De La Hoya that's good for boxing, and he got to stay around it to make sure that it doesn't tarnish. Do you feel like that's a position for Jay-Z also when it comes to hip-hop?
Absolutely. I mean, I just, if you look at what Russell and them did, how they left the game for us, when they were at the height of, what they were doing. So my responsibility is to leave it intact the same way it was left for me, or even better.
I heard that.
Yeah, of course. There's no other reason to make that for auto tune. I could just, took the bag of money and just kept moving forward and just,
That's what I would have done.
Been about myself.
Best believe that.